Hello everyone, Version90 here with some more Power Rangers. So, it is that time of the month. The issues have arrived and issue 22 has arrived. So we can get on with this guy. As I said in a previous video, it is going to be out of order. Ignore the rattling in the background, I'm just opening and trying to show you guys. So, as you can see, Tyranno's head is done. That there wasn't supposed to be done until later on, but this piece came after. So what I was unrattling was one of the freebies you get from the collection, the Power Rangers t-shirt, which looks absolutely awesome. Anyway, moving on. So let's get this started, shall we? Get these out of the way, pick this up, get my screwdriver out, and get this party started, shall we? So I've got two batteries that just arrived. I've got one in the actual old box from a while back, so you get a lot of batteries, which is good. By the looks of it, all but two screws are the same, which is awesome. Move that to the side. Issue 21. I'm going to go back in there for the time being, just so we can get this here. I'll move him. Alrighty then. So the first thing we need are the horns. And these, when I can get it up. So, one. Now by this is this big one here. That is what we use. And it hooks into there. Okay. So it hooks into here, like that. And then you just get the other half and slap it on. Like that. Oh, I forgot. There is a bit that needs a little bit of snipping. I forgot. I'll show you guys in a minute with the second one. There you go. Alright, so with doesn't have it on this one, but I'll double check them in case. So here there's a little bit of plastic that is still attached, just a tiny bit. Of course, it's stopping it from fully shutting, so don't forget to cut that bit off. Do that. And there you go. Two horns ready to be installed. The one we need is this one. So move these out of the way. Now, does this go under or top? Under, by the looks of things. Get these screws out. Runaway. So all but two screws are the exact same. I'm going to go slightly off camera to get this all lined up and everything. There you go. To get the idea of where it goes, this is just there. that, as you can see. Now on to the second part. If you hear music in the background, it's neighbours are having a party outside because of the heat, having a little barbecue. So, just bear that in mind. I'm not playing music. Let's get the screw started so we can show you. Like that. It is a bit of a just at the right angle thing. There you go. The next bit will be this bit, which would be here, like so. Get the two screws out. Get that into there. And grab this one. Get that into there. There you go. Now that's started. Natty. Natty, natty. So when you're doing this, make sure you've got the wires downwards, because this is where the pack is going to be, where you're going to connect it all in. So you don't want everything like up here, you want it all down at the bottom. Now, these guys. So when they're done, they will fit in to here, sort of thing, like that. Now this here screws in to this hole right here. That's going to be the fun bit. Now that's where the second screw comes in. Well, technically we've got 3 of the same screw, which is good. Spare always comes in handy. Can never have too many spares, just in case, you know what I mean? Now then, I can't see what I'm doing. Do that. So just moving this for a minute. Okay. Had to move it a bit so I can see what I'm doing. It's not easy because I've got stubbly fingers. I'm going to move it off screen for a minute so I can actually get it in and get it sorted. There you go. Got them attached in the end. Basically all I did was I had these here and I let it hang down and fiddled around trying to get it screw in. So now those are in. Let's screw these properly in. So yeah, it wasn't easy, but they're in now. So I'm taking it, the way these little square boxes are at the bottom here is where you put the actual chains in before you attach them properly on. That makes sense. Stick those in there, stick that in there, move that to there, and go on to the next page. So, take that for a minute. This bit goes onto there like that. Do that, and do ready. The piece actually came off. Oh wow. Yeah, that happened. Chain just snapped. So this goes into there like that. So yeah, that chain just snapped, so that's a shame. This bit goes on here, goes into there, like that. Nice little clicking as well, which is always nice to hear. And then it's just screwing these bad boys in. Oh no, wait, what? Oh, it's just the one that needs screwing in. So you only need the one screw. Don't do what I just did. So when it goes in the center, don't do what I did. And then what you do, put that all in there. Make sure you got it the right way around. And slot that one into there. Oh, when it doesn't get caught up on the wiring. There's that one. Because that bit just snapped. To me it's not a problem because I wouldn't be using it with those bits. But yeah. And there's this issue finished. It's looking cool, it's looking cool. We're getting there. We'll move on to the next issue. I'll move that over to there for the time being. We'll stick this into the, what do you call it? And go on to the one that was missing. Issue 22. Which I couldn't continue without. Because this here is the back plate. I need to attach the back plate before I attach the top of the head. Otherwise there's going to probably be a whole load of issues. Let's get this boxing done. When it lets me, there you go. So depending on how long the other issues take, I might split it into 2 videos. It's just depending on the time it takes to do it, basically. So the piece I want is this. And this. See, can I get magnetized? Woohoo! So this one and this. Just double checking which way it goes. Okay. So by that, it goes in this way. So that pops out the back there. So It's always fun trying to get these in. There you go. It's it. Then we get the other two parts, that bit and that bit. And what we want to do is that for one bit, and then this bit goes in here like that. Nope, I've got to push this on a little bit more. Turns out it's not fully down. Try that. Right, so try again. This bit goes in here, like so, and this bit goes onto there. But the problem is, that keeps happening. I got a feeling it'll be more secure once you get it into the actual thing itself, because it goes in, you know what I mean? So stick that one there. I'll get this bad boy out. We got 3 batteries, 2 spare and 1 in a pack. Also, because these 2 just came inside the box, so we got 3 batteries. Well, 2 spare batteries. Not bad, eh? Not bad. And the best part is it's very easy to actually replace these batteries as well if at all necessary. So, what's that? Righty then. Go in here. So this battery basically goes there. However, it goes that way around. Like that. And then this bit would go on here. And the thing is once I screwed in, it's nice and secure. You don't have to worry about I say that and it's actually secure without the screws at the moment. But of course you do need the screws in. All the screws are exactly the same. Awesomeness. Now it's just getting these out. Screw piece number 1 after it falls apart. Do that, do that. Get that into there, do that. Like that. Try not enough to screw like that. And as you can see, I do have a shaking problem. This is why I find it so hard with screws sometimes. It's because my hands do naturally shake quite a bit. So you'll probably have an easier time. But yeah, the whole reason why I struggle is my fingers are really, yeah, and I shake. Hence how much I have fun trying to paint sometimes. Sometimes I have to stop just to let the shaking calm down a bit before I continue painting again. Other times I can support my arm and, well, arms and not have a worry of shaking, but unfortunately it's not all the time I can do that. I believe that's it for this one, except for putting this attach. Yep, just attaching it, and then this bit is done. So, down, down, that's a down, keep that one down. We're getting there, we're getting there. 4 more screws. One there. One. So it's easier when it's like this, where it's got a recess for the screw to go into. I say that and then I struggle. Yes, it's easier when it's got a recess to go into. It's not so bad. I choose today of all days to start doing this. We're in the middle of a heat wave. For England, that's something. Temperature's starting to go up to about 30. For England, that's high. And on top of that, it's really humid as well, which is nasty. Screw, and then we screw it in properly. And then the third issue is going to be the last one for the Triceratops until later on when we build the body. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So far so good. I'll move the screw into the other container. Move this container to the side. I'll move this book out of the way. Stick it into the actual binder. I say binder, it's not a binder, it's just one of these cardboard ones. Still does the job, still does the job. Go. So, first things first. This bad boy. This bad boy. And this bad boy. Okay. Let's see. All the same screws. All the same screws. Triceratops, your nose is in the way. I'll admit, so far just building these heads and the legs, the 2 legs over there, it's been so much fun. it's how fast, even though it takes about a month for the next one to arrive, it's just how fast it is to actually build them. I.e., like, even though it takes a month for them to arrive, if you take out the month waiting, you have the complete head in no time at all, which is pretty sweet. Nope, we just want one. We don't need more than one. Sorry, guys. Yeah, you're eager, but you screws are gonna have to wait. Your turn. God. Never seen screws so eager before. Oh, right side was being a bit dodgy and didn't want to go in. Like that. And what we want to do is have this going all the way down through. Like that and that. Make sure that clips in. Like so. How good does that look? Yes, immature, I know, but still, it was fun. Come on, how many of you who's got this hasn't been tempted to actually make them raw? Come on. Get the screw into there. Like so. Now, will I have to glue this little guy down or not? Is the question. Oh, well, that's a tight, snug fit. And there you go. All in its beauty. Now we just need to do the bottom bar. Just that. That. And when I can get to it. Hence when I can get to the button. Okay. Let's get a screw ready. And what we'll do is we'll do this right side where the button is so we don't pop it out. It goes in from this side. Make more sense. Right, you're not meant to move, buddy. Do that. Again, I don't need two yet. I only need the one. Yeah, that screw's going to feel left out. Poor guy. Do that. And when it wants to go in, there you go. Listen to that noise. Right, so this just clicks in, it doesn't screw in. As you can see, it just clicks into place. So what we'll need to do is get these in the right order. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So, too small, too big. Only thing is, small, big, big, small. Okay. So I'm going to do this slightly off screen because it's easier for me. One. Two. Three. One is there. So the big section, which I'll show you in a minute. So this big section is for this two-pronged one. Yeah, for the big two-pronged is that one. Although just by looking at it, you'll notice it. We'll get these in. Any specific way? No. Okay. And there you go. It's complete. And that is all of the heads complete. Let's move this a little bit over here and point you up a bit. You got all the heads complete. Of course, his head will be complete once he's built. Because it's so small, you have to build it all at once, rather than how you do it with these guys. So, that will be it for today. Stay tuned for the next episode, which will come out in a few days. Well, a couple of weeks. When it comes to having it where I'm going to be doing 2 from now on, I'll release 1, and then about 2 weeks later I'll release the second one. That way there's not too much of a gap between each episode, and we'll go from there. I hope you have enjoyed the video, guys. If you have, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you shortly. Goodbye for now.